Hello, loves. Welcome to my YouTube channel, to my Facebook, to my Instagram, wherever you're watching this. Thank you so much. And I'm so excited to be sharing this video. But yeah, first of all, yeah, like, subscribe, share if it resonates, if it aligns. If this story touches you, I'd love to hear what your biggest takeaway is. What is your experience with lies? What is your experience with healing those relationships that tend to follow you? Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be a good one, and I'm so excited to share it. I've been writing. I had the crazy, really crazy fast path since the solstice, like. And then I went away to this self-made retreat with my boyfriend, and it was magical and just really connecting and tapping into that, really cleansing and clearing my limiting beliefs and just knowing what's possible and really reconnecting to the magic. And then I just birthed a healing drum yesterday, and that was magical. And I'll be making a video about that. And just today, feeling really run down, burnt out, just really needing that self care and the nourishment and this balancing of like needing to do stuff for my business and taking care of myself and knowing when I'm in the energy, that's when I need to show up for myself, and when I'm not, right? So and then I started to just take notes, and I was just so inspired by this conversation I had with my grandma and just reflecting on the lesson. And my grandma is my biggest teacher. You probably would have seen me share about our relationship a lot. And um, yeah, I'm just showing up to share about the most magical thing that happened this morning. And just how the inspiration can come from the craziest thing. Like literally a second ago, I was like, oh, I need to do some work for my certification. I'm doing a certification in sex, love, and relationships. So depending on when you're watching this, I might be already certified and offering that, or you're watching this now and I'm still going through that. Anyway, then I just wanted to share something with my partner about this breakthrough I had this morning, and then I started writing about what happened this morning. And then I was like, I'm just feeling really inspired and I want to capture the energy of what happened right now while it's still really alive in me. And there's just so much that happened. But this video is titled Healing My Relationship with Liars. So, yeah, oh man, this morning, if you've read the blurb, you know that yeah, it was an interesting morning speaking with my grandma. And my grandma we've had a crazy relationship, and um, she told me she had 2 years to live this morning. And, I believe that we know consciously or subconsciously. And I talked about this with my friends actually this weekend. And I get it, like she does have 2 years to live, but it's a choice, right? She can change that at any moment. But right now, that's her reality, and that's the reality she'll be living into. And I left to make my breakfast, and I was just reflecting, like, fuck, thinking, like, oh, she's not going to see her great grandchildren because I'm nowhere near ready to have kids right now. But then I started to reflect, and I felt like, yeah, at least she gets to see her granddaughter really fucking happy, so in love, and so happy and so satisfied and so fulfilled. And I wanted to share that with her, so I went to start sharing it with her. And I told her, like, she should be so proud of what she's created this lifetime, because she comes from uh, Russia, and she got my mother and I over here. And she actually shared about the guilt she was feeling about something, right? I'm going to make another video about that because that's a whole story in itself. And I think I will record it now while I'm in the energy. So there will be links for you to watch that video because it just made me cry. And it really ties into this so much so. So much so, this whole conversation we had was so intense, and she expressed some guilt around her mother, right? And I shared with her about some stuff that I'll share in the next video. But then we got to the point where, and the thing is, I've had my grandma, she told me, she was talking about her mother, and she told me like she used to lie so much, you know? She used to lie so much. She was just the biggest liar. And she said because her mom had a temper. And I was like, yeah, grandma, you still are, because she is, right? And because she's a liar, I have this thing with liars. And I didn't realize it straight away, right? I didn't realize it straight away. I, yeah, like I attracted a lot of liars, past lovers. My boyfriend's a liar. And but and grandma lies to me, and there's this trigger. I get really triggered when she lies to me. And my experience of that reality is, does she think I'm stupid? I'm not stupid. So whenever anyone lies to me, I know I'm quite intuitive. And my thing is like, do they think I'm stupid? Like, I'm not fucking stupid. What the shit? And that's my reality. But today I really got that her reality is like, she just wants to be safe. She lies because she doesn't want to feel unsafe. She doesn't want to get beaten up. She doesn't want to get yelled at. And when that washed over me, oh man, I really got it. And I was like, wow. You know, and I'm able to separate myself and be the observer and notice like, oh, wow, like I'm not stupid. She doesn't think I'm stupid. She just wants to feel safe. And then I was like, wow, I can bring so much more compassion and understanding to my personal relationship with my partner. Because I get like he just feels unsafe. And I can just bring compassion and love to the moment where he lies instead of getting annoyed and upset and angry at him. I can just hold him in compassion and love and be like, oh, he just doesn't feel safe. Poor little boy. You know, and I'm like feeling like, you know, it's like you can get something, you can like understand it, and then you can have it integrate in your body, and then you can begin to live into a new reality. And that's just so sacred and special for me. That is so sacred and special for me. And I'm just feeling like, wow, that's really, really nice. That's really, really beautiful. And I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to share it. I like popping on here. I'm like, what is going on with my hair? I'm just like jumped out of bed to share this. And that's the real me, you know. It's like, I was like, oh, should I change this jumper? I'm always wearing it. Shout out to Railed. If you've seen their circus performance, it's pretty amazing. My friend gifted me this. My friend is in the troupe. And I always wear this jumper because it's my favorite, because I don't have anything else so like just easy and cozy. So coming right back at you, some promo. And no, it's not intentional. But yeah, I wanted to share that because I wanted to paint you a picture. And I think if you watch the other video, you'll really get the context of everything. And it was just really beautiful. But it's like that thing of like lies followed me. You know, people would always like, I would attract people that were lying to me because I needed that aspect healed, right? So I attracted those people to then heal that part of me. But I couldn't. I kept just getting triggered. I kept getting triggered. And the same lessons would repeat and cycle. And I just couldn't comprehend it. And now I'm like, wow, like I finally got that healing, and now my reality is going to shift completely. And I'm no longer going to be attracting people that lie. And my boyfriend's probably going to stop lying to me now, which is so funny. It's like this paradox, this thing. It's like always with our shadow, we always just have to accept it. And when we accept it, it stops happening. But if you accept it just so it stops, it's not going to stop, because you can't try and stop something. You can't run away from your shadow. You can't run away from the lesson that your soul chose to learn on this planet. So I invite you to figure out, like, what is this thing that's following you that you need to bring healing to? What do you need to free yourself from? So yeah, that's a short little video. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm gonna make the other video now. So it's gonna be about my grandma, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it yet. I think um yeah, I'm not sure. I think about my grandma and the healing and transmuting of her guilt and shame into gratitude and joy. So if you're interested in that, I think I'll post that video before this one. It'll give more context. But thank you so much for tuning in and sending you so much love. Again, if this aligned for you, I'd love to hear in the comments, like, what was your biggest takeaway? I love reading comments and interactions. So I know you're actually getting the benefit of these videos and you're actually watching them. And if you want to watch in the shadows and not support me and judge me from the outside, but still get the benefit, that's okay. But I also invite you to really give back, But I don't need anything. I'm happy to just give. But if you feel aligned in your heart to share your biggest takeaway in the comments, please do. If you feel aligned to share this with someone that needs to hear this message, please do. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever you're seeing. That would mean a lot to me. Plus, it allows me to spread the message further. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye bye. So much love.